I got Anita K.
Oh gosh.
Yesterday we were at their house. A bunch of family was in town.
Yeah.
Of course, there's like tons of kids running around and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was just this moment where it all lined up. The kids around, like grandma's on the couch, like everyone's around. But like there was a moment where there was just like a quiet space. And I was like, hey, have you heard of dog jaw? Did you know that I had dog jaw? And she was like, no, what is that? Well, here, just feel it like right here. And she like went to reach out. And I was just like, ooh. And she didn't like freak out, but it was really funny. Like it startled her.
Was she cracking up?
I was cracking. I mean, she
is very much at the other person's expense.
I think she laughed. I think.
Did anyone?
Shelby was right there, and Shelby saw it happen, so Shelby got to appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
So that like the audience was like right there, you know.
Yeah.
But it was really funny.
You're gonna say if it's just like one-on-one, which it sounded like that's what you're leading up to. I was like, it doesn't.
Oh yeah,
not the same gratification.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, shoot, I guess we can't use it this weekend for.
I wonder if Tyler knows about it.
But Tyler wasn't there.
No, he wasn't in the room.
Oh, okay.
That'd be funny. But he's like the master of those things. Yeah. So I feel like we'll see. Hey, we'll have an update for you guys next week.
Yeah.
Ghosties on second.
Welcome to Ghosties on Second, everybody. It's episode 13. This week we got some crazy news. But before we get to that, Cory, how you doing, man? What's going on for you this week?
Just work, short week, 4th of July. On Sunday was my daughter's birthday.
That's right.
Yeah, she just turned 2.
Wow.
And I mean, I would say 3 out of the last 4 nights, I think, she's like either slept through the night or woke up just once and put back to sleep and then slept until like 6:30. So I don't know if it's just like, it was like the 2. She had to turn. I mean, she slept through the night for the first time in like 3 or 4 months, like a couple of days before she turned 2.
Dang.
And we were like, please let this be like the beginning of
a sign of things to come.
Yeah. And so far it has been. So thankful for that. But then we were in the pool today after work before I came here. And Levi was like, I said, oh, friends are coming over in a couple of days, like before I could finish what I was saying, he's like, for my birthday. And I was like, no, your birthday is in 2 more months. It's for America's birthday.
I love it.
And he's like, I just don't think he got it. I kind of like I don't know, like passively was like, yeah, it's like Independence Day, a long time ago when America became a nation. I was trying to explain it to him. We were in the pool.
Yeah.
He wants to swim. Not really paying attention.
It wasn't there. He wasn't there for it yet.
Yeah.
Levi is 4, right?
Yeah.
No, he turns 5 in September. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
I have two of my kids' birthdays are in October.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, everything's like scrunched right there. July.
Ours is kind of all over
We have Justice October 7, Isley October 28, Sunday November 28, and then of course it's like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then a couple months later you have Jubilee, March 21st.
You guys just did something out of the ordinary there.
It wasn't our usual mating season.
I mean, ours, like Vera's is June 29th, and then Levi's is September 17th.
Yeah, so you get.
Yeah.
We got new mic stands.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Cory.
Sure.
Our generous sponsor of the episode.
Yeah. It used to be Cory's MacBooks. That was what we could have used. I was reselling MacBooks years ago. Not even 10, like 5.
Now
5,
it's
6 years ago.
Rent by Cory.
It's called Lion's Share Properties. Is the actual.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just trying to come up with, because we had just used Kedra, my wife and I own a condo, and like we were renting it out initially, and I was like, in case this scales, I had more like ambitious plans back then. Dial Investing was the name of like what I got an email or whatever, and so I was like, I can't use that for like the family like investing. So I was just like, I don't put in. I don't think I used ChatGPT whenever it was, but I should have, could have, whatever. Probably just like give me a real estate like property name or whatever. I don't know, company.
I just used ChatGPT. I've been using it more often lately, as the listeners probably have seen last week. Was it last week's episode? Yeah,
I think so.
I had like an head AI like generate. I didn't realize how it worked. I always wondered like what app does the pictures. I didn't realize you could go to inside ChatGPT.
That's pretty recent. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe in the last couple of months, because before there was plugins, and I'm not the expert here, so maybe like you always could, but I feel like earlier on I would type in like create a picture for this and be like, can't do it. But there was plugins. There was one called, I feel like Dale E or Dolly or something. I don't know. And I used that a couple times before, because when I was making like bedtime stories for Levi.
Yeah.
Sometimes then I would like use the plugin. You can only use 2 images per day. I think ChatGPT is even like 2 or 3. In the plugin, I would like say, do a picture of like a pet store where like a lizard and a snake are like picking out a cat because that's the story or something.
That's very cool. Yeah, I like literally uploaded a picture of a screenshot from one of our earlier episodes.
Yeah.
And just told it to make it look, I think I said, make it look like claymation.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, there it was.
Yeah.
And so for this episode, I haven't decided which one we're going to use yet, but it'll either be one of you, me, and Shelby at this table.
Yeah.
Or depending on how the episode goes later, we're going to have some special guests on later.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be joined by a bunch of other fellow ghosties.
Yeah.
We'll call them
Palms.
Ghosties on Second alumni. We'll have Philip,
Yep.
Maddie, Brittany, aka Santo Mac, and Malachi.
Yep.
Are all going to hop on. We're going to do like one big Zoom call. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's awesome.
anyway, let's dive right into the episodes. Episode 448 and 449. Episode 448.
Hola.
Hola. And I appreciated how they put the upside down exclamation
Oh, yeah.
point. So it was in proper.
Very culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was proper
Cultural.
hola.
Yeah.
And by the way, a long time ago, I remember trying to do that on my keyboard, like trying to find where that was. I could never
Yeah.
find it. And then the other day when I was creating the notes for this episode,
Yeah.
it's like long pressed on the
Yeah. Yeah.
exclamation
That's what I was
point.
going to say. You
And
just
it's right
you
there.
Hold it. Yeah.
I always forget about the long press.
Yeah.
And you know what? One of these days I should just go like long press each of the letters.
See what's there.
Yeah, just to see what's there.
What? It's hieroglyphics.
Some other fun teases. Next week, special guest, Alvaro. The following week, special guest, Nathan Coley, who's doing the Ghost Runners documentary, which is so fun.
I feel like that one. Are these going to be just like hanging with?
Hanging with.
Okay.
Hanging with Alvaro, hanging
Okay.
with Nathan. Yeah.
Dang, we have to plan for this.
Yeah, we're going to step
This is
our
a
game
long
up a little
recording.
bit. Yeah.
So,
It's okay. So 448, Hola, it opens up. Jake's talking about Rachel brought Scott a lavender latte, and Scott does like the Italian emoji.
Yeah.
He like sends the Italian.
have you ever had a lavender anything drink?
Yes.
Really?
Right behind. So literally like 100 yards behind where you're sitting right now.
Okay.
Casbah Cafe.
Okay. It's like Moroccan place. Yeah.
Oh, this place is so cool.
I've never been, but Kate told me about it before because her stepmom,
Yeah.
Moroccan. Yeah.
It's right in downtown Oldsmar. It's like when you go inside, it is a vibe. I mean, you walk in there and you feel like you've stepped into another country. It's so
Wow.
it's really fun. Made
In a good way.
yeah, in a great way. Why did I bring that up?
Because I asked you if you ever had a lavender latte.
Lavender.
They have one.
Yeah.
I've never had one before. I just don't think I would like a lavender flavor
Yeah.
anything.
You know
it's
what?
like a
I had it.
scent.
I didn't
not-
love it.
Yeah.
Just to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
I got it. Like I understood the assignment. Like I see what they were doing there. But I'm not really a coffee guy to begin with. And I just want something that has like a little bit more punch of flavor. But hey, maybe the ones that Rachel makes have
Yeah.
a punch of flavor.
Well, I don't think she's making it. I think she's ordering it.
Oh wait, I thought you
I thought she was ordering it.
all right.
But
Yeah,
you know who
probably.
I think would, and we can ask, I think Brittany. Santa Mac probably would like a lavender
Oh,
because she was
yeah.
saying last on the like hanging with a Santa Mac episode, she was talking about how she liked different types of like flavored coffees, like fruity flavored coffees. You know,
That's
So,
right. That's right.
Yeah,
By the way, I
Anyways.
have time in the timer here.
time in the timer.
Timon, you're breaking our hearts, buddy. I'm just kidding. We're just
Yeah.
proud of you. You know, I think for me, the one thing about Timon being gone, it's for 2 months, the jingles. I'm gonna miss the jingles.
Oh yeah,
So,
maybe we'll get some hip hop thunder from Jake. Yeah,
I don't know. I forget the phrase, but it's like when you hurt
Somebody's
one
filling a
leg,
void or
your
whatever.
other leg gets stronger or something.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Well,
Yeah,
literally,
It's
Jake,
like the Daredevil thing, like where you're blind, but like your other
Your other
senses are
senses-
heightened.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
that's cool. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about any potential special guests that they might have
Yeah.
on the.
They mentioned like Rachel probably that was so fun to have Rachel on
Yeah.
both episodes for the times that she was there, and then
Ooh, a little bit of a Ghosty exclusive. I'll just say Rachel's on next week's episodes. Monday, Wednesday, next week.
Okay,
I just talked to Brad.
they mentioned it that she was planning on being. I think on the second episode they mentioned that she would be on the next one.
So that's
But-
fun. And you know what? Like I think I've said this before 100 times. I just love it when Catherine and Rachel are involved.
Yeah.
Like when they have cameos or when they're on a full episode or whatever. When
Yeah.
they did that one episode, have you seen the one where it's like the two of them, all four of them are sitting at
No.
the table?
I have
That's a
not.
good one. That's one we should listen to on the way up to Ghosty Getaway. And you know, this episode, we actually watched it. I mean, I listened to it, Justice and I, on the way up to Orlando. We went up on Monday to pick up a electronic drum set.
Okay.
which we're very excited. I just built it in the garage and everything.
Very nice.
It actually didn't take up too much space. Like it's the perfect fit. And he's been playing on that. I have a little video of Shelby that I'll insert right here. Just kidding. She told me I couldn't post that anywhere. Just kidding, babe. April Fools. Anyway, on our way up, we listened to it. And on our way back, Justice and I were actually going to record a pod. We were going to record like a half an hour just debriefing this one episode. And the Lord works in mysterious ways. He must not want it to happen because my little like car mount thing, it's been on that for like 2 years. And I had it up and then literally like, we hit record for like 60 seconds into the episode. And it just like tears off like the rubber part had just met its match with the Florida heat after all these years. And it just like kind of like melted off. It was so funny. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Justice. Love you, buddy. Hey, you know what? I know it's really early on in the episode, but hey, let's start over to Dusty's top 5.
There you go.
Whoosh.
Dusty's top 5.
Let's go.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Dusty's top 5. Let's get into it. Number 5, we got when Brad said "Hola" to the maid walking in. Pretty funny. Number 4, the Good Ranchers ad read. It was really funny when talking over each other and stuff. Number 3, Timon sleeping in and all the inside jokes about it. Number 2, the zebra drawing that Anna Buffini's sister made. It looked terrible. Yeah, not to be offensive or anything, but it was like a worm with fat legs. Like humongous legs and a tiny body. Like H's. I wonder if they were just little lines with lines in the middle of them, but that doesn't really make sense. Zebra drawing. Number 1, we got S'mores of Inventions. I don't know who won. I commented on the video, and I don't know if any of you saw it, but I couldn't pick between the engine, the ice cream cone, and toilet paper. Couldn't pick. Anyways, that has been Dusty's top 5. If only you knew what I was about to tell you. What if I told you that we were going to do s'mores of inventions? Time to bring in s'mores. There she is. You know her. Anyways, we're going to be doing s'mores of inventions. We'll go me, Juby, Anyways. Alright, I'll start it off. Number 1, Legos. Gotta be Legos. I mean, you see that bad boy in the back? Whew! What a doozy. Legos. One of the best inventions ever.
The toilet.
Okay.
It's pretty useful.
My next one, gotta be Hack Packs. Crunch Labs, I should say. Crunch Labs and Hack Packs. If you guys do not know, Mark Rober, he is a YouTuber. He made Crunch Labs and Hack Pack. If you do not know what they are fun little, Crunch Labs is fun little building toys where you learn a lesson. And then Hack Pack, which I think is better, is you learn robotics and coding. This is a turret.
What's his name?
Robot. He's a turret, and yeah, one of my favorite inventions.
Miniverse.
Okay.
So like Barbies, the actual thing called Miniverse where you can make little food.
My third pick is gotta be butterbeer. If you have not drinking butterbeer, I don't care where you live or what you do. Go to Universal Studios, get yourself a butterbeer, and will your life be changed? Butterbeer is my third pick.
Pizza. It's so cheesy and good.
My fourth favorite invention, I don't know if you would call it an invention, but I believe it is. May I present claymation movies? Woo, they're doozies. Claymation movies. And I ain't talking about that Santa Claus is coming to town piece of junk. I'm talking about Tim Burton. Woo!
Rom-com drums.
So you just copied me. She just copied me. Okay, which one do you guys like better? Rom-coms or Tim Burton claymations? Sorry, that was kind of weird.
Of a shopaholic, Confession of a Teenage Drama Queen, Freaky Friday,
How is that a rom-com?
rom-com drum, romance,
No, that's
comedy,
just a 2000s comedy movie. Am I right? Anyways, that has been Schmores of Dusty's Top 5.
Whoa, man! Hey, welcome back, guys. That was I know didn't mean to throw a curveball this early in the episode, but you know,
literally,
Timon just threw me off. You know, his big news.
Yeah,
just kidding. I'm really hyping this up. Okay, so
as if they haven't listened to it already.
I know.
That's the whole point.
All right, so the bit about Timon's mom being in the living room.
Yeah,
that was so funny. He's like, "Yeah, man, people
are always like punctual because their mom's taking them." But yeah, this whole time, Timon's mom has just been chilling on the couch. She's like, "All right, Timon, are you about done with your like little adult thing?"
Like, yeah, you think that he's so innocent and stuff, but you should hear him when his mom's not around. That was great. And then they throw it to Timon, but he's not there because he slept in.
Yeah.
And then they mock him by randomly saying things
that was good.
About like they're like mocking him and like pretending to be him and like Les Mis, cats.
That was hilarious.
Sound of Music. It was so funny.
Like the cats. That's a musical.
And then they start talking about Anna Buffini. Hold on. And then they start talking about I'm leaving it in. And then they start talking about Anna Buffini's party the whole weekend. Eventually, Rachel kind of pops in.
Yeah.
Which, right when she popped in, I was like, sweet, we get Rachel. And sure enough, she sat down. Yeah. And there's the three of them. The chemistry is so great. Because one of my favorite Gene Schwartz videos of all time, Top 5 Easy, movie cliches. And the three of them are hilarious in that one. You haven't seen it? Or maybe you don't remember.
I probably don't remember. Yeah,
you know, you definitely have because there was a time when like Cory and KJ would come hang out, and occasionally, you know, the TV just kind of we turn our attention to the TV and we just go to YouTube and just play like some of our favorite funny videos. Back in the day, it's been a while since we did that.
Yeah,
I think the Loblaw League, and Oldsmar. The less kids, the more opportunity we had to like do that stuff.
Now it's just the ambiance,
right?
Which is cool too.
Yeah, baby. So anyway, the three of them together, they have a lot of great chemistry. Also, though, Catherine, whenever she and Rachel do the videos with like the perfect wife videos and stuff, Catherine's hilarious too. Again, I love when they're all together.
I think maybe I've seen Catherine like one time.
No way.
In a video or something. Just because for a long time I wasn't watching the podcast until
you were just listening
until now. I mean, periodically I was watching when I heard something through the audio podcast that made me feel like I'm missing out on the total experience. So I'll join. I mean, not join. I'll go to YouTube, whatever. But now that we have access to the pod early to do this, which is just Patreon. It's
like Patreon.
Yeah. Like I have to watch it. So yeah, no, I think certainly at this point, I would say I was probably missing out by not like watching all of it.
Yeah. Okay. So they're talking about Anna Buffini's party and they also talked about like no expectations. Yeah. You know, he's like, I tried to go in with no expectations. Yeah. And then Brad was talking about how like, well, I mean, like, you know, a little, you know, like, and he starts naming off like famous people who might be there.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
Making you something.
Yeah. And then like, and Maya D'Angelo's like famous scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
And then I liked how they're talking about like with the horse, when they're talking about horses and like how Coldplay's drummer might be there.
Yeah.
And he's like playing along and he's like, the hoofs of the horses. It just tickled me. It was funny. So then, of course, Jake and Rachel are having their cleaning lady over.
Oh.
And Brad he's like, someone's here. They're like, oh, it's the cleaning lady. And then he just says,
Hola.
The Jake's like, dude, she's white.
That's a perfect example of it was so much better watching it and seeing that moment and seeing just like Jake's immediate facial expression just started dying versus like when I was just listening to it again on the way here, it was great, but yeah, it was just at a different level to the video. So get the whole
100%.
experience. Yeah. Hilarious.
We loved it.
Yeah.
So Jake and Rachel are telling the horse riding story, and then Brad very subtly used a Cool Runnings reference when he was like, "Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time." He didn't say that second part.
I didn't even catch
You
that.
didn't catch that? I remember we're listening to it. I'm driving, like it was raining. It was the whole thing, and I was like, "Justice, like, well, we gotta like pause the video and like you take that note real quick because I didn't want to forget that."
Yeah.
I just wanted to call it out. Brad, we heard you, bro.
You
keep using those 90s Disney classics references. All right, so tell us about charades. What happened with charades?
I think this was Anna Buffini's little sister. It was Pictionary. No?
Yeah, pretty much. They said it was like a combination of like
Okay.
a couple of different games.
Okay.
But
So it's just,
essentially
like,
it was Pictionary.
remembering like, okay, that's not charades because it was a drawing. Okay,
You're right.
that makes sense. Yeah.
My bad.
No. I mean, they said they were a mixed game, whatever. But like, I guess she was trying to draw a zebra, but the top thing literally did, I don't know if it looked like a worm. They kept saying it looked like a worm. It just looked like a slug or something.
It was
Like
really funny.
Yeah. And with like hair on the top, whatever. And then the second one, I think had 2 legs or something, like 2 sticks or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, or no, sorry. What?
It was 2 H's.
2 H's. Yeah.
2 capital H's.
Yeah,
with like a little.
It was a great description. Was it Brad that said that?
Yeah.
2 H's.
And that was really what was throwing me off. Because
Yeah.
Justice and I were trying to guess what it was.
Yeah.
And those legs were really, because it's like, what's
What?
going on?
Yeah. Why is there a bar in between the legs?
Yeah. And you know, that's another thing that we're going to be playing apparently at
Yeah.
Ghosty Getaway. So it'll be really fun.
Yeah. I guess probably a little bit better of a drawer than Anna's sister, but not tremendously better. I mean, I would have done a better job as a zebra.
Oh, and then like Brad like draws it on his phone or whatever. And it's like, yeah. So it's like all you have to do is just like put some stripes in there.
yeah, that's it.
But still.
But the fact that Jake got it just like out of like with the way it looked, he said zebra. I don't
Yeah.
get it. It's the mentalist. Right?
Yeah, that was so cool.
He's
And then her dad's like, "Oh, I'm doubling the best order you've ever had."
200.
And Jake's like, "I still haven't seen the order." Like, "Hey, buddy, we got you right here, okay?" I got 2% of that order right here.
Yeah. Gosh.
So man, Anna's party weekend just sounded like an absolute blast.
Oh, yeah.
30th birthdays are so fun.
But something that happened during that they were talking about that made me crack up while I was outside doing some work outside was Isaac. I don't know the lore with Isaac and like him like going too hard on things or whatever, or just like going all out and then like something bad happens, he gets injured or whatever. So I'm sure there's more to it in the past, whatever. But there's just a funny story about him and Anna on the jet ski, and they like flew off and they're like 50 feet apart and the jet ski, or 20 feet apart, and the jet ski is like,
Yeah, and he's like,
20, 30 yards.
"How did you throw an Olympian
Oh, yeah.
off of the jet ski?"
Yeah. I'm sure he was so relieved that she was like,
Just laughing along.
fine. Yeah. She was good.
Yeah. Dude, Anna Buffini, by the way, at the very end of the episode, were you on Spotify or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay, because on Spotify they play her song that they mentioned as like the
Okay.
jingle. And dude, her voice is phenomenal. It's time of the timer. What are we at? 9:04. Okay, we got it. 5 minutes.
Huh.
And if you're listening, awesome voice.
Sweet. Is she coming to Ghosty Getaway?
I don't know. Darn it. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Yeah.
Who knows? When they're talking about riding horses,
Mm-hmm.
and Jake's talking about like he's like joking around about how many tricks he was doing and stuff. First of all, I loved hearing all of her like perspective the whole time, and I loved like when she was like, "Yeah, all the girls were like laughing at Isaac, like look at him holding a horn," and then like when Jake was going and how like all the girls were like, "Oh wow, he's so good." Or,
And
so
she
we're
had her
natural.
heels down or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Rachel was so I liked hearing all those little things. But Jake made me laugh so much. It was great listening to the pod with Justice, the two of us in the car on the way, just driving, cruising, laughing together. There was a couple times I forgot to write them down, but like there was a couple times where I was just kind of chuckling and he was laughing hard. And I wish I would have wrote those down because I want to know what was it about those moments. In fact, Justice might join us on the pod later with everybody else who's joining. He might get dropped off after youth group.
Okay.
So it'll be fun. Anyway, so we're going along, and then Jake talks about doing the tricks, and he was like, "Yeah, there was like a lightning that struck." Like, right. It just made me laugh out loud. It was just funny.
That's funny.
Rachel was imitating Jake, and that broke me when she like kind of makes him sound like a little feminine and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that part of the pod?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, she does it a few times. She does it in the next episode too, I think.
Yeah,
A little bit.
it carried over. And the fact that like Brad was kind of they kind of teamed up on him a little bit.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
I'm sure. Does Shelby do that to you? Like,
Yes.
kinda,
Oh,
like,
yeah. I was gonna say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get like the effeminate thing. But she, like, it's just funny when
She
you
will have a weird voice for you. Like,
Yeah.
and Caleb said, like,
It's and you know it's funny. I mean, I think that her voice for her dad is the same voice that she uses for me. And I'm like, I called that out one time. I was like, hey, that's your dad voice. Don't do that to me.
like, be a little more creative.
What does Kadra do with you? Well, the other part about the pod that I really just enjoyed listening to was when Brad broke down the bow watch story. And like all their commentary on that, talking about just like how great it was, that his perspective on things. He's like, well, I guess I'll have to just save up and buy another watch.
Yeah.
And that is heartwarming and like encouraging to hear
Yeah.
your kids say. I don't know if my kids would have said the same thing.
You know, my son recently, we went to a movie and he brought a little plastic lizard thing, his toy or whatever. We told him, don't bring it in there. You're going to leave it. We got back to the car and he left it. And it's like, we can't go back. Some other kid's going to just be like startled by the lizard or think it's real or whatever. Or like, I was like, unsure if I should say some other kid's going to enjoy this lizard, or if I should just say like, oh, someone's gonna find it and be like, oh, scared. It's like, and that's what Kate just ended up saying. But he was like, we have to go back. Like he was kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. Bo is like what you want your kid, how you want your kid to react. But like,
and then he sprinkled a little bit of like that realisticness later, how he kind of freaked out about it, like, and I just missed my watch. Yeah. Bro, by the way, sometimes my dad says that he can't tell our voices apart on the pod. Did I tell you that?
And there's someone like that at work. When I was hosting this call for like a couple of years, and then this guy that I hired started to like host the call all through this last year. Everyone would be like, thanks, Cory. And I was like, for the love of God, like that's Alex. It's been Alex for 6 months. Cory's not even on the call. So anyways.
The way, remember how Timon got his T-minus 10 minutes or whatever till he didn't hear? Shelby's running late. So Shelby won't be here for like probably half an hour. So
you guys are going to miss some of it.
I know. Yeah. We're going to have fun though.
Yeah.
All right. So just to wrap up a little bit. Oh, also that was when Rachel talked about her cupcake story with the kindergartners.
Oh, yeah.
Funny. I love the story. Great job, Rachel.
Yeah.
And just funny that they were like also very well.
Like their reaction was just like what you would want them.
Yeah, they had a great demeanor about it. Other thing that I thought was hilarious about this episode 448 was the dog puns. Yeah. And them going back and forth. It never ceases to amaze me, like how quick they are on their feet. Yeah. So funny.
Was that an ad read or no? Because the last couple weeks, the ad reads have been fantastic.
Dude, honestly, I think that they just are always fantastic.
I don't know why, but just
I find myself always saying like, oh, this week the episodes were hilarious. Or this week the ads were hilarious. I'm just like, am I seeing that every week? I don't know.
It still feels like it's worth like mentioning.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, hats off.
Maybe it's the second episode, which we will get to
in just a few moments. Yeah. So I can't remember I can't remember anything about the dog puns specifically, but they were really funny.
And you know what time it is?
Ghosty alumni time. Guys, I am excited about this. Shelby will be here in about 20 minutes. She was meeting somebody for coffee and their conversation just went super long. And so anyway, wow. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is Ghosties on Second, episode 13 that we're on. We're right in the middle of it. We just debriefed the first episode, Monday's episode 448. Hola! We can talk a little bit, Maddie. We can talk a little bit about episode 449. Raise your hand if you've listened to 449 yet.
A portion of it.
Okay. Malachi is raising.
Wait, is 449 Monday?
Mondays, yeah. Wait, 448.
Mondays?
You're saying 448, no?
No, I'm saying 449.
Oh, you want... Okay.
Today's.
I didn't listen to all of it.
All right, well, we're going to spoil it pretty hard for you guys here. I'm just kidding.
We can just save it.
No, but you guys know already about the big news.
Timon's pregnant.
Timon's pregnant.
Yep. And twins.
So, initial thoughts. 2 months without Timon. I'm going to say, first thing, I'm just going to miss the jingles while he's gone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely going to be sad.
I don't mean to like spoil anything, but Maddie, are you and Shelby still working on that Sound of Music jingle?
We were, but
you kind of dropped it.
I told her last night. I texted her. She's going to have to record it. Like, thankfully, one of us can sing. She'll have to do it.
That's true. My wife is blessed with an amazing voice. I'll give her that.
She is. Yep.
100%.
Thoughts
No.
on Timon? Being gone for
I
2
mean,
months?
I was thinking of just poetic lyrics to commemorate his absence. You know, something like, oh Timon, you were a real one. Your departure hits me right in the feel, son."
Oh,
I had enough. I'll make it to a jingle, don't worry.
Malachi, you are truly great. I just want to say that. You are truly great.
Your presence was electric, like an eel, son. That's all I got so far.
Shoot. Brittany, what's your reaction to Timon's news?
Excited for him. I think he's going to have a really fun time. I think it's a good opportunity for him to pursue what he really likes doing with filmmaking and stuff. I'm sure he's going to come back with a lot of stories of stuff that he and Zach have done. And interesting things that they've encountered. So I'm kind of looking forward to when he's back just to hear all the fun stories.
Yeah. Hopefully they make it through the entire office, like the whole thing. Watch all the offices. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know it'd be a lot to ask, but it would be fun to get like not a daily, but like maybe like a weekly vlog from them. I think that could be really fun for them to kind of document their journey on this new film. I know they'll have their hands full and whatever, but that would just be cool to get that kind of content.
Yeah.
It was also hilarious. I mean, maybe my favorite moment of this episode, Timon, of course, slept in, and so he's not present at all in Monday's episode. Wednesday, most of the episode, we have Rachel, which I love having Rachel. Rachel and Catherine are the best. They're so fun. But it was kind of cool like that. By the time Timon arrived, it was just like, oh, I missed him. Like when he sits down and off the bat, they're in the middle of s'mores.
Yeah.
And
inventions.
Yeah. And it's like the s'mores of inventions. And they're like, hey, Timon, s'mores of inventions, like go.
Yeah.
And he's like, the alarm clock.
Yeah. And
Boom. Just drops a bomb on us like that. I was dying.
yeah.
Loved it. Yeah. The ghosties are so talkative tonight.
I feel like those ones, I didn't listen to the whole episode, but I feel like those were kind of terrible 4 picks. Like off the top of my head, I'm like, man, I could have won this easily. Electricity, plastic, air conditioning, internet. Boom, done.
Those are great picks.
I'm just
Great
like, guys, think about how your modern life is so much better than it was 200 years ago, and it's like these are the ones you pick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm being negative, I'm being arrogant, but that's just what I'm saying.
I mean, Rachel's pick was good. Her first pick, the
Yeah.
internal combustion engine or whatever. At first I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't just call it that. I would just call it an engine.
And then I thought it was pretty funny that Brad just like pivoted to the B-29 bomber or like, I was like,
it makes me want to kind of go down that rabbit hole too, to see like, what did they see that they were like, this is amazing.
I was just thinking like planes in general, or like even like jets or like fighter plane. It was just funny that he went so specific to like that specific bomber. And then Jake was like, dude, me too.
Yeah.
Like, so that was really funny.
Didn't peanut butter make somebody's list? Is it Brad?
That won
I
me
agree
over.
I agree with
Same.
Malachi though. I was like, that
Yep.
didn't belong on the list.
No.
Top inventions? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Peanut
dude.
butter won Brad my vote.
Wow.
Just saying.
Yeah.
What else did he have?
I use peanut butter to cure hiccups.
Wow.
What?
Ooh,
Tell me more.
Yeah.
I don't really get
Like-
hiccups.
Ever since
but-
I was little, you get hiccups, and I just eat a spoonful of peanut butter, and it has never failed me. The hiccups go away,
It has never
Wow.
failed her.
Oh, wow.
and you get a
Hold on one
spoonful of
sec.
peanut butter. So
A spoonful
Just-
of peanut butter helps the medicine go down.
You
don't
beat me
think
to
so.
it. I hate you. I was literally gonna say that.
Makes the hiccups go away. Oh, giving a better angle for us. Well, you don't have to show it.
I'm not trying to show it.
You did kind of
Sorry,
like
Kyle.
shift sideways. So
Did it?
no, you did. Your chair is like shifted to face the. Yeah, there you go.
Is that better? Maybe I should hold on.
Yeah. Maddie said she already had sunburn, so she doesn't need to see that your leg is supposed to be like a. It's bright joke.
All right.
we'll forgive you.
By the way, I'm so sad that Laura's not here because Laura is so funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I know.
funnier than all of you guys combined. So I'm just kidding.
Wow, all right, I'm out.
I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking.
Everyone brings their own flavor. Everyone has their own.
It's true for me,
Style.
but
No, that I just think that like it's so sad that the Ghosties on third episode 2 didn't work out because that little teaser that you guys did with like it's Ghosty Island, like the sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
that was hilarious. I can't believe it's finally happening. It's like the Avengers of Ghosties on second. This is the Ghosty on second alumni moment
Right.
that the fans have been crying out for in the comment section.
Throwback to the last few weeks.
That's right. All right, we are joined by Brittany, aka Santo Mac. Brittany, I'm so sorry. I have to say that every time I say your name now.
That's okay.
Or I have like Santo Mac, aka Brittany. Anyway, Brittany,
Big reveal.
Malachi, Philip, and Maddie are joining us on the pod. As you know, we just finished debriefing episode 448, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about 449 with them and just kind of hang with the Ghosties. The title of this episode is going to be 448 and 449 with the Ghosties. Does it sound good?
Yeah, sure.
With the Ghosties?
I don't think the title.
Does anybody have a better than just like the Ghosties?
Ghosties Assemble, like you just said.
Ba, 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 ba,
Oh,
ba,
Ghosties
ba.
Assemble.
Yeah, include the whole the whole thing that Malachi just said, like, but in letters.
Dun, 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 dun.
So people like, is that the Avengers?
Malachi, can you, I'm asking a lot here, but can you re-record the rap on like
Oh,
some
yeah.
royalty-free music?
Let's see
Honestly,
if I can do it at some
I
point.
would end every episode. Like that would be the outro to every episode. I'm just
Just like
afraid
a-
of the royalty thing.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I don't know
Because it's
either.
like you don't make money. No offense, you don't make money on this right now.
No,
So
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
how does that even work? Like,
Cut
like,
his,
you
cut
get
his
so-
feet.
you-
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
they sue you and like you lose money that come to your door. Like, hey, pay up.
Yeah, they will not find out until like I don't know.
Right.
Someone picks these up after we like discontinue years down
This
the road.
is going to be like one of those TV shows that when it was on,
Yeah.
it didn't really get that many great ratings, but like 10 years from
yeah,
now.
it's a cult classic.
Yeah, this is a cult
Yeah.
classic show. Yeah, this is
Big
like when we're
aspirations.
in our 40s, this is really going to pay for the bills.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
I know. It's like 7 years away.
Do I use the laughing with crying emoji that's like upright or this?
Or the
I don't think the
slanted
side one is appropriate anymore. I think the cool kids use like the up and down one again, right?
Tell us.
Or they're like, we've
use
never
both.
thought of it. Okay. All right.
Yeah. No, I think that everyone uses both. I think that the straight up one is like more prevalent,
Yeah.
but
Do you guys ever use the one that they were talking
Italian
about? Scott?
hands.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
You do?
yeah.
No,
Awesome.
yeah,
Is
I
that
mean, not
supposed to
too
replace-
much, but
Chef's Kiss? Is that supposed to be like the Chef's
Yes.
Kiss version?
Yeah,
Okay.
like magnificent, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
I like
Oh,
to
it's
combine
the-
the one
the
that's
end
a
of it.
kissy on the side and then the okay. Like
Oh.
I love that
Yes.
We
combination.
kind of riffed on Caleb was like getting annoyed by it, like in the past.
In the early days of the chefs of the
yeah.
Italian thing.
He's like, I don't
yeah.
get it. And he's like, I was
like,
supposed to
what is
replace
it?
Chef's Kiss. And I'm like, I think that's what that's.
I thought
I
at
think that's what
first
it
like
is.
it was supposed to be kind of like an inappropriate thing or something, and I didn't- I don't know.
You know what?
Yeah. It's a Christian version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to give
Santo
that,
Mac
please.
strikes again. You want to gift that? Yeah, that's great.
Please send me a video later, Brittany.
Okay, so Brittany is 24.
Yes.
Maddie is 20. Philip is 24?
1.
22.
22.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I'm feeling 22.
22.
Guys, hey, it's episode 13. It's a Taylor Swift episode. So
Oh,
don't tell Shelby that.
That's what he said in the first part. And
I
he
hate
started
you.
singing a song about New York. Welcome to New York.
I was like,
and I was like, where's,
welcome to
is the
New
13
York.
coming? Like, what's the connection?
I was like, no, it's just a Taylor Swift song. Gosh, get with it, Corey.
Yeah.
You guys hear that dog barking? We're a pet-friendly hotel. Okay.
Ah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because Corey got that dog in him.
Yeah. Get in my veins,
You
dog.
guys, I got dog
Hey,
jaw.
dog. Hey.
You want to feel my dog jaw, Corey? Guys, my kids have been loving dog jaw, and our baby Sunday, who's like 18 months old,
Oh no.
all the time she's asking, dog jaw, dog jaw, and she loves doing it. She'll put her little finger up next to my face, and I'll just go. She loves the jump scare, and it gets her
Every time.
almost every time.
I thought you were going to say that your like older kids are like tormenting your.
It works 100% of the time, 60% of the no.
What is it? 60% of the time?
Every time. That's a little.
My 8-year-old brother is also all over the dog jaw, but sometimes he forgets to use the words dog jaw. He's like, my doctor was like checking out my face and like feel right here, and then the joke makes no
connection.
But
It's like
he thinks it's awesome. Yeah.
crazy kids.
Maddie, I think we asked this of you when you were on the pod, but like, how many siblings and what are their ages?
I have 2 older sisters who are 30 and 28, and then there's me, and then I have 2 little brothers who are 17 and 8.
Wow, what a wide array.
What's the oldest? You said 30.
30.
30.
That's a
22
I can't math
years.
right now.
22
I
years
can't
apart.
math right now.
22-year difference. Are they all from the same mom?
Mm-hmm.
Were your parents 18 when they got married?
20.
Malachi
that makes
just
sense.
shoots straight.
Malachi's like. I just happened to listen to. I think it's like episode 5 or 6. Like, I'm starting to go
He
back
cloned himself.
from the beginning. Brad was talking about. I guess Brad and Jake aren't into golf at that point. This is like middle of 2019 or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I just went to Top Golf and like, they're just not that good at golf, whatever."
Oh,
But
that's
now,
me,
I mean,
man.
obviously, it's like 6 years later.
Have any of you guys ever golfed?
Funny connection.
I did
I'm so
like
bad at putt putt.
yeah, I did one time at I played like 9 holes on my like 21st or 20th birthday.
Ooh.
And then did like a couple. I think I've done one time with Top Golf. Yeah, definitely not any sort of prodigy, but no, I don't know. I think if I tried to get into it, maybe I'd be okay, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
Same. I played 18 holes recently, and the first 9 it was like okay, and then the back 9 it was really bad. And I kept I talked about it in the pod, but I just kept on asking for help, and the guy like would not help.
Yeah.
He was a
probably
really
too
good
much,
golfer.
It's like it's at the same time. It's one of those things where like with any kind of sport training or something, at some point you just got to go for it. Like you're gonna overthink and be even worse.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's just like he's also probably like I don't have time for this.
Yeah, he
Like,
was-
you put me with the new guy.
He was just like, just do whatever feels good, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I wish I wasn't paired up with this guy.
Philip, tell me what's going on in your life this week, bro.
Got just mostly work. Went to the How to Train Your Dragon movie yesterday.
Nice.
When I saw that, that was really good. Yeah, it's been a while since I previously watched that movie. So I was kind of like surprised at every turn. And then tonight had a youth group. Went like did sound for youth group.
Sweet.
That was pretty fun. And then tomorrow night I'll be doing going to see the like new Jurassic Park movie
Oh yeah.
with my
Nice.
mom and brother. And just kind of working Monday through Thursday, and then we'll have Friday off. So a nice 3-day weekend.
Maddie, you got pretty excited about that Jurassic World comment. Jurassic Rebirth. Yeah.
I love a bad movie to watch, and you know, it's Jonathan Bailey, so I'm not mad about a Jonathan Bailey movie to watch either.
Scarlett Johansson's in that too, I think. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like kind of just along for the ride of like. I mean, I'm not sure expecting how like great it's gonna be, but
Yeah.
just like it's another movie to watch.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Thunderbolts, Brave New World, just kind of continuing on this story with like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts was the
Yeah.
first movie that I was excited to see because I really like Sebastian Shaw. Sebastian Shaw?
Stan.
Stan. Yeah, Sebastian Shaw was the guy who was the actor who played Darth Vader in like when Darth Vader's helmet came off and he was dying on the Return of the Jedi. Sorry. Anyway, so anyway, I really like Sebastian Stan, and I also like the character who plays Red Guardian. I mean, the actor who plays Red Guardian.
Oh, yeah.
From Stranger Things.
Yeah. He's good.
He's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Brittany? What's going on this week?
Working like a dog,
Oof.
making that money. Yeah. No.
Are you weed
I'm
eating
working-
this week? Are you on the weed eater this week?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm out with the boys.
The
Yeah.
boys.
On our episode, guys, if you didn't remember, I was like, so you work for a lawn care? Are you out doing the weed eating? She was like, no. I'm
Yeah.
working the
I don't think we'd have
phones."
any clients left if I was on the mower.
Yeah.
I mowed my lawn this
No.
past week, and we have a battery powered mower, and the battery died. Like right now in Florida, it's raining so much every day, and the grass is growing so fast. You have to be on it like at least once a week. And so I let it go 2 weeks, and the mower was just like working overtime. So it died like halfway through, and I had to like go plug the battery in. Well, first the battery was like hot. So you plug it into the charger and it wouldn't charge. It was like a yellow blinking light.
Yeah.
So I had to go put the battery in the refrigerator for like 10 minutes and then put it in the charger.
Good solution.
Anyway, yeah. So I was doing some lawn care.
Yeah.
Lawns by Caleb.
I did that in high school.
business venture.
I am now paying someone like Brittany's company to
do
my-
it?
Yeah.
I'm like this
Time is money
close.
at some point.
There's like the next door neighbor. This kid was out mowing their lawn, and they just moved in a couple months ago. And he mowed right over one of our sprinkler heads and like ripped it out of the ground.
I
It
thought you were
caused
gonna
those
say
problems.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna hire this kid." Instead, you're like, "This his kid, man. he's trying to make money."
And you
probably,
know, I say kid, but I think he's 22. I think he's Philip's age.
yeah.
So I mean, he's not a kid.
Did you
He's-
say
he's a
hola
young
to him
man.
or?
All of my neighbors are Spanish.
Yeah, I was getting at that.
Nobody really
but-
speaks English on our street. We live like they call it Little Cuba, so it's like on our street.
Do they really?
Yeah, no, it's town and country. Yeah, they do. Okay, Cory hasn't lived in town and country in quite a while.
I grew
okay?
up in town and country. When I
Now
was a
they
kid,
call
I don't know how to explain that
Straight
in a
outta
good way or
Compton.
bad way. There's a lot of Hispanic people always, but yeah, it's Florida. Like
Shoot.
we have
Well, I
the
think
Caribbean
like,
influence, right?
Miami has literally a place called Little Havana, I think.
Yeah. And,
So-
and the Ebor's like in Tampa is known for cigar
And the Cuban
rolling.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like it's between two cities, but like
Yeah.
Tampa is one of the. Oh, Maddie with the little Italian.
Yeah.
We said Cuban, not Italian. All right, I'm just kidding.
And
Sorry.
Yeah, Maddie, give me your thoughts real quick on Cuban sandwiches. Shelby
Yeah.
Sullivan.
I was gonna announce it.
We're at the
I'm
hotel.
gonna get complaints probably for that.
Oh, hey, Shelby, random question. You guys are at a hotel, right?
We are at one
Or
right
is
now.
it
yes.
who's watching your kids?
Oh, they're just at home. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. On the
My
streets.
Caleb's parents have them right now.
This is Tampa. It's safe.
Yeah.
I thought
No.
you like left them with your grandma, and I'm like, oh, that's a super grandma right there.
No, I do not leave my kids with my grandma. She's a sweetheart. She probably wouldn't mind, honestly, but my kids are
Yeah.
maniacs.
Moms
Why
watch
you need
kids,
a
not
full-time
grandmas.
living nanny, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Maddie's gonna come be our nanny. She's gonna come live with us.
She can live in the she shed. I'm just kidding. It's your garage. I don't know why I keep calling it
In the moldy garage.
that. That's what we recorded for a little bit, but it's different than living there.
Oh.
What somebody did. Like one of your cousins lived there for a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
probably wasn't as bad at that point.
One of your husbands.
I said
One of our
cousins.
husbands.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said one of your
Yeah.
husbands.
This
One
is,
of my many husbands.
this is like a different universe of Utah, where it's like woman with
We're
living-
reverse Mormons.
Reverse more.
Yeah.
One man just isn't enough for her. What is that from? That's a line from something.
That is a line for something.
Is that Jim Halpert?
One man just isn't.
No, it's something. Anyway, sorry, I just jumped in and I have no idea what's going on, guys.
Sorry.
So,
Have not had a tremendous amount of structure here, but it's all good.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
I know.
Oh,
Me and
man.
you both.
My bad, I guess.
No, except
Hey,
you're probably
that
being
one's on me.
sarcastic. No, you're probably
That one's
not
on
being
me.
you're probably being sarcastic, but
Let's hop into a couple of things. We only have like 5 notes about episode 449.
I want to ask you guys. I was just saying to Caleb that I feel like the last few weeks the ad reads have just been like fantastic, and Caleb's like, I think they're always fantastic, but I was like, I feel like they're worth talking about though. Like,
No, yeah, I initially agreed with you, and then I like kind of cut myself off. Dusty's top 5 is here. Why don't you grab a chair and just scoot on in next to Mama?
come snuggle me, buddy.
Oh,
now Philip can say you're not really in the shot, guys.
He did that on purpose. Just kidding. You can sit over here. How was bowling? Oh yeah, he wasn't with the in-laws. He was at youth group, and then they went bowling.
I'm hearing a changing story. I think we might need to call in some backup here. Hey,
Can't get
hey,
my story straight.
Justice.
I don't think he's.
Oh,
he can't hear.
I can't hear you.
Share this. Just kidding.
What's
Do
up?
we?
Just
Oh, he
kidding.
can't
Share
hear.
headphones.
Does he have? Do we have another set of headphones or no?
Do we have a way for him to listen at all?
Oh, buddy.
He'll live. He told me earlier he would rather stand in the corner and watch this than have to go watch girl shows
Oh,
with his sisters
Gross.
at Noni
Gross.
Comics.
dude, I'm sorry
Cootie.
though, man.
Lift, right?
I'm trying to think. Can you hear that, Justice? Somebody say something.
Hey,
Hello?
Justice.
Can you hear that at all? Yeah. Okay. Well, you can kind of hear that. All right. That's my. That's
your
my
olive
way-
branch.
That's my way to contribute.
That's all you
Did you hear
get.
that? I heard
Yeah.
some like rumbling.
Well, I told you when I was setting up
Moving stuff
right
around.
before you came, there was like kids scurrying around upstairs.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
flipping chairs over.
Yeah.
Does anybody have like so in honor of Timon? This is his last episode for a while. Is
Oh
any-
wait.
Yeah.
Should we finish Cory's thought because we got interrupted?
Oh, my
and
bad.
then go on there.
Sheesh,
Is
my
that
bad.
okay?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
No, because I was just gonna say I agree with the ad read thing. Because
Yeah.
when I first started listening, don't anybody be mad at me, but I was a little bit like, oh, okay, an ad read.
Yeah.
But like lately, they've been making me like laugh out loud.
Oh yeah.
So
on
don't know.
on correct opinions, for the longest time
We
I
don't
would,
talk about correct opinions here.
they talk about correct opinions. I would like zoom through it, like just.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear it because it's like very much like true classic tease, like
Right.
whatever. Like cool, that's fine,
Yeah.
but like I don't.
Some-
but they're just like
I think it's
I feel like-
maybe. Go ahead, Malachi.
Trey has such a variety of ads though. Like he
That's
has
true.
got so many. He
different
doesn't have
things.
as like much brand loyalty, or not like brand loyalty, but he has so many varied ones that he's not like so emotionally invested. But these guys are like, we've been to Napanee, like we love Main Street, we love
true.
these Good Ranchers.
Good
It's like I feel
Ranchers.
like they have so much fewer ones that they can really pour themselves into each one.
Yeah, that's
They're-
a great point.
They're also. I
They're
think
repetitive.
that they're just better at being like on their
Improv.
feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Improv stuff.
For sure.
They got that great chemistry.
The newscaster one was
Yeah.
hilarious. On 4.9.
Newscaster
Yeah.
one was the bomb. Did
Yeah.
you guys see that one yet?
Yes.
The Nature
Okay.
Roasters?
Where they're like
think
the
so.
timing's off, like back to you. Oh,
Oh yeah,
sorry to interrupt
Yeah,
you,
those-
but
yeah. Those are always pretty funny when they're like just missing
Oh wait, that was Good
missing
Ranchers.
each other.
yeah, you're right. That was
Sorry.
Good
Yeah.
Ranchers. That was a Good Ranchers ad.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's not a well thought out idea that they execute perfectly. It's just like some silliness.
Yeah.
That like they just
On the whim.
they just go, and that
Yeah.
kind of humor is really fun because it does just feel like we're hanging out together. It doesn't, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought later in the episode, so I totally forget how it came up, but like they talk about like, hey, or hey, how's it going? Or hey, what's up? Just like what prompts a response from the other person. And when Brad is cutting out the consonants, and he's like, to the degree of how many consonants is how much somebody actually wants you to respond to them. Yeah, and he says, how's it going? Or like, what's going on? He says, what's going on? And like, I can't replicate, I can't do it, but he's just like, that moment really made me want to hear Brad do stand-up comedy. I was like,
Yeah.
man, have any of you guys seen him do stand-up comedy? Is there any like video of that out there? No?
Didn't he talk about he did one, I don't know, like a year or something like that ago? He did it at a church or something like that, and he did like a 50-minute set or a 45-minute set or something.
Wait,
like
I remember that he like emceed.
Yeah.
He's emceed some events, but I can't remember about that.
I thought that he did like a full.
Wow, look at
Dang.
Dusty getting snacks up in here. He's got Doritos and a water. But I do remember that Brad talked about how he almost went out on tour with Trey. Like Trey had invited him. It didn't work out. But like back when he invited Jake along, he also invited Brad, but it just didn't work out for Brad to do it. And man, that would have been a bonkers tour. Like imagine if the three of them were out.
Yeah.
The Ghosties would have been all over that. Yeah, sorry. But
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Justice.
laughing at Dusty.
It'd be a little bit of chip sounds in the back.
listening through. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I'm listening through old episodes right now, and I just got to the point where Brad is doing his first stand-up gig at like some,
Oh,
I'm gonna get
awesome.
this wrong, like farming convention. Oh yeah. And it is quite the interesting story. I'll send that episode. But it's pretty funny.
You know what? I have. Go ahead, Tyler. Or, Tyler. Go ahead, Corey.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Basic dude vibes.
Nick.
Yeah. I was just saying like earlier that I'm on, I think episode 6 now or something like that. But
Yeah.
I had an idea, and I was going to mention it too if we got, with everybody, that maybe we should like find time, I don't know when, but to like debrief, like go back and listen
Old
to
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
debrief old episodes.
Well, look what I have pulled
Build
up on
like
the
a
screen
bank
right
or
now. Sorry, I had it pulled up on the screen right now.
A lot of things pulled up
So,
right now.
Maddie, I've been going back and listening through, starting from episode 1, and then starting in episode 3. So I have 3, 4, and part of 5. I've been taking notes like I do for these episodes.
Sweet.
To debrief potentially one day. But just a couple of highlights. Like in episode 3, Brad is talking to Jake about homeless guys in New York City because Jake is going to New York City to visit some friends. Like he had a gig there and that fell through, but he's like, what? I'm still going to go anyway and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And they're just talking about like Brad's like, I think maybe like the homeless people thing, like the crazy homeless guy in New York City, like maybe that's just a stereotype. Maybe that's not even like really a thing. And what's so funny is that like Shelby and I are one time in New York City. I like 1 block, maybe 2 blocks away from Times Square in the middle of like the noonday sun. I'm walking down and there's just a homeless guy peeing on the side of the building, just peeing on the building right there. And then that was just like a mild thing. I mean, when we rode the subway from like Wall Street to Uptown, dude, it was like straight out of a Batman movie. Like we were in Gotham City.
It was scary.
There was like people out of their mind, half naked, just like fighting. A guy tried to start a fight in our subway. Like
That was like a gang of people.
it was wild, man.
Yes, like a gang of guys like went over to this other guy and he was just like covering his face like this, and they were
Yeah.
like going over like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm sitting there and like we had Isley with us on that trip.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
was like
gosh.
a little
and I'm like
baby.
holding Isley, I'm like, oh dear God, we're getting off here.
So yeah, we had a wildly different experience than.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brad, it's not just a stereotype. Then he also brings up like if they're ever going to get a cat, and he talks about how he and Catherine are like kind of argue about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm never getting a cat." She's like, "But the cats are. I grew up with cats," and so but they still don't have a cat.
Yeah.
So
I do
Brad
feel
won.
like like I was saying for whatever episode 5 or 6, whatever that I was listening to, there's interest. It's interesting how there's like some connection between the things they talk about now and what they talked about back then. I don't know.
Yeah. I could keep going, but like I have too many notes. Yeah. So
Let's prompt them to
The
talk.
foreshadowing is amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny
that's so cool.
to think of it like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Brittany, have you listened to? You said you listened to all of them twice through.
Yeah, at least twice. I think I started to go back and listen through a third time, and then have not made it all the way through.
Stresses
a third
me
time.
out.
I
'Cause
have
I'm like,
this
I have to-
note on my phone. We talked about this a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's called iconic
Send it.
Ghost Runner.
Send it.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sure.
I'm really glad that you brought this up.
So long.
Because when I
Guys.
was, you talked about, I'm going through it, and you bring up the iPhone note, and then we never get back to it. So while we have you, run through it. Why don't you just kind of hop through it?
Read the whole thing.
Just
Like,
name some of your
word for
favorite
word.
quotes and all the good stuff.
There's so many. So the start of it, I just have like a running list of my favorite episodes, which I'm still building it out right now. It literally just has 2. It's 215, which is the poop story episode. I die every time.
And what's the guy's name?
Dr. Ben
Dr.
Miller.
Ben. Okay.
Yeah.
Iconic. And then there's just like some milestones. So like the first episode where they did a jingle at the end was episode 6.
Wow.
The beginning of Jake's beef allergy was episode 7.
Dang.
The beginning of Jake's pickleball obsession was episode 19. So that's going back a long time.
Shoot.
The first episode where they had a theme song was episode 41.
Wow.
Dang.
They introduced the Santomat character in episode 24. Maybe we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's just so much in here. Some of them have an episode attributed to them. Some of them I just jotted down and I didn't put a timestamp or anything. and I want to go back and like actually nail down which episode it was from. But just random quotes that they're funny to me. Maybe they're not funny to anyone else. Like, where am I gonna get my chlorine? Bangkok? What does that even mean? I don't know, but it's hilarious.
By the way, what you're about to do, what you're doing right now, is truly Ghost Runners out of context quotes.
Yeah, it is.
There's
It really
that
is.
Instagram profile. That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I love that Instagram account. It's hilarious.
Oh, do we know who runs that?
What's his name? Is it Larson Rupp?
don't
I
know
think
that name.
so.
Dang, I don't
The
even know that
Rupster.
name. Like I've said before, no matter how deep into the ghosty lore I get, there's always more.
There's like the episode content, and then there's the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah, two
Dang.
separate things. Or
And then
groups.
there's also Spotify comments now, which is
Yeah.
like, I don't even think the guys even know about
I
Spotify
can't keep
comments.
up.
All right, sorry. Keep going, Brittany. Boom.
Oh, we're not gonna get through all of them. So, I was just looking back at because I have them actually in chronological order because
Yes,
I am
organized.
that type of person. So I was looking back at the episodes like 1 through 3 because you were mentioning you just went back and listened to those. So
Oh, I wonder if we have any of the
Let me
same
see.
notes. I'm going to pull up my note again.
there's a few for episode 1. This was just a funny phrase they said: stress-induced trickle. What does that mean? I don't know.
What?
Stress-induced trickle. I don't know.
Watch me get my phone code.
Brad misspelled the word longitude in a spelling bee because he started it with the letter M.
Oh yeah, and Jake's like,
Oh, I
"How did
forgot.
that happen? How?" That's funny.
That's kind of like up there with like facetious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Don't they?
Yeah.
Doesn't Brad ask him like if he ever made it back, or Jake asked Brad if he ever made it back, and he's like, "No, that was my chance." that was in the finals, I think, when he, just flubbed it up.
Shoot. What else? What do you have for episodes 3 and 4?
3 and 4? Let me see. 3. They were making fun of, or like trying to basically gaslight someone into thinking that they pronounced Sacagawea wrong.
Catherine.
Oh, it was.
I have that written
yeah.
down.
Sacagawea.
Brad teases Catherine
Yeah.
by telling people she doesn't know how to pronounce Sacagawea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chicago.
I also, from that episode, I also had a note where Jake references Trey Kennedy. He says Trey Kennedy asks Jake, "What is his Mount Rushmore of fast foods?" And I was like, "Oh man, episode 3 was like that's the first reference we have to like schmores, but
Yeah.
it's like they call it Mount
Abbreviated.
Rushmores." Do we know when the abbreviation schmores happened?
Hold on.
Oh,
I haven't.
While you're looking for that, this episode 3, the first time Brad mentions the term crunchy,
Oh yeah.
but it's not in reference to like crunchy moms. He's using the word crunchy as like, I think I'm kind of forgetting right now, but maybe for the word sarcastic or something. I forget. I heard it and I was like, oh, interesting. And then I also
So the
have,
first official s'mores though was episode 165.
Oh,
That's when they
wow.
like, officially did it as a segment.
dang, like a
Same
fine
time.
wine.
Yeah.
I also have, this is ring a bell for anybody? I also have Esther Kim hearing aids. I have that note down
I don't
here.
think so.
No?
Was it like a friend was trying to like sell them a hearing aid or something?
Esther Kim hearing aids. I can't remember. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Hey, it
Delete
goes
that note.
in the comments. Yeah, I'll cut that. Leave it in. Okay. Episode 4 though, I have Lieutenant Dan reference. Like it's the first time Jake mentions Lieutenant Dan, which we'll find out later is his favorite movie, Forrest Gump. By the way, Justice and I were at Universal Studios City Walk the other day, and we passed by Bubba Gump Shrimp, and I was like, "Hey, I kind of want to go there one of these days." And he had his heart set on Moe's, so we went to Moe's instead.
Is it bubblegum shrimp's not like not
I
that
know,
great.
but we had just watched Forrest Gump recently, so I was in the mood.
It's just like chilies with shrimp.
Yeah, I actually went when I was in Florida one of the last
Yeah.
times visiting my grandparents. Went to I think a bubblegum shrimp here in Florida.
Which
or
city?
there in Florida.
It's probably like
I
a
honestly
coastal
forget.
city.
It's I think more I think it's in like the like more central I guess more south. It's close Miles Point near like Fort Lauderdale. Um,
Oh, okay.
pretty sure that's where
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
have one in Johns Pass.
Yeah, one
There's
like
one.
the St. Petersburg area.
Like the Panhandle has a few. Any of the beach like touristy places.
Oh, what happened to
yeah.
Malachi? Malachi's gone.
But yeah, he said he had a drop out, but it was
Oh, my bad.
it's been fun.
Where-
My
Go
phone
ahead.
is running out of storage, so I'm gonna hop out for 1 second. Frantically
Yeah.
sorry. I tried to clear it out, but
That
Yeah.
that happens to me like every other week. I remember to hop into my phone and like delete the previous weeks
Yeah.
because we recorded on my phone and then blah blah blah. Dude, Philip, this scene, this is exactly where you called from last time. I meant to ask you about this painting on the wall. Tell me the story of this
yeah.
painting. Has this painting been around your entire life? When did we get this painting?
Yeah, so I don't know how well you can see exactly.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can, gosh, angles. But yeah, it's actually painted by my grandma.
Oh, that's cool.
Gosh, if I can actually see here. Yeah, Diana right here.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool, dude.
And so yeah, she's done a number of paintings for us. And yeah, so I mean, I think it's just like literally just like snow walk. I'm not sure exactly who it's supposed to be of.
That's
but,
incredible, though.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
really,
it's really
that's
cool.
really special.
man. I bet you Brittany's grandma doesn't have a painting like that.
Oh gosh.
No.
You know what's interesting is both Kadra and I, my dad's mom also has painted a bunch of things that we have hung up in our house, and then Kadra's grandma, my wife,
Mhm.
she's also has painted a number of things. So like
Oh no,
that's
way.
our wall decor at this point. I
That's
guess.
sweet.
Actually, I'll do
basically.
you one better. My sister is a
Oh.
really good artist, so we have a couple of her drawings, pencil sketches, pen.
Very nice.
Can you show
drawings
us one?
around the house? So
Okay, sorry. Bada boom,
I was gonna
bada
say,
bing.
actually, in my grandparents' house, we had there was a woman in our church, and actually still goes there, that did art classes. So there were a bunch of paintings by different people, like from her art classes, that were always hanging at my grandma's house. But they weren't as beautiful as that. Not quite that.
No.
Wait, Brittany, are you going to
Still
show
there.
us? Are you going to show us one of the drawings?
Pictures, or it didn't happen, Brittany.
No, it's in the other room.
Can you just
I'm
go take it off the
lazy.
wall and just bring it to us real quick?
Oh.
It's glued to the wall, like the
Pictures
picture
or it
in,
didn't happen.
Yeah, clown picture.
Yeah.
Just
Fine, Brittany.
Take a
But you
cell
better be ready
phone
next time,
picture
all right?
later and
Yeah.
just text it.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
insert
yeah.
it here.
We'll insert
Yeah,
it
also
here.
Right here.
yeah, and I'll send one. I have like this one pretty good, but I have one that they did like I don't have the original painting, but they did like a reprint for me with
Oh.
framed by some like old driftwood that they
Oh,
had
that's
from
cool.
like I think it was like Key West.
That your
Nice.
that your
My
grandmother
grand-
painted as well.
Yeah, she painted like one. It was like a dock, and it's just like really nice, like blue water, nice sunset. Really
that's
like
cool.
the
I love
colors.
it.
I'll have to send that in the chat.
That's about the only thing that I feel like I feel confident in like drawing, because I'm just not. I
Yeah.
didn't get any of those genetics.
Nature.
But just like not nature, not that not that general, but specifically a sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Not a dock though, just the beach. Sunset.
Sitting
Very
on the
specific,
dock
yeah.
of the bay.
I cannot draw.
I don't know. It's
Sorry.
I know.
Oh,
that's-
you know, here it
that's
goes
really
on
cool
second.
to-
We're art connoisseurs.
Yeah.
stick figures. Well, we were probably better than Anna Buffini's sister and her zebra drawing. They kept saying it looks like a worm. I was saying earlier, I was like, that maybe is more like a slug. Like, I've never seen a worm like that. You know? Yeah.
Did any of you guys listen to the Spotify where you could hear Anna Buffini sing at the end of the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
dang.
crazy.
Dude, she was
That
like
was
belting
great.
it out. Yeah, ridiculous.
I need to
And
go listen to it.
Shelby, we asked Maddie earlier about where the jingle's at, and she was saying how you got to sing it, and we were like, yeah, Shelby's got a phenomenal voice as well. Bada
Phenomenal.
bing.
I can't sing
Phenomenal.
You're supposed to
Julie
abbreviate.
Andrews notes though.
No,
You
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Are you
You got
still
this.
working
You
on
got
that?
this,
Even
mama.
though I've totally fallen off the face of the earth with
She-
that. I'm so sorry.
She sent you a text last night.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's always.
Did she text me
it's
last?
always
Did you
going
text
back
me
and
last
forth.
night? Oh no. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll be
Girl,
like,
you're
I'll be
fine.
in it 1 minute, like, hey, here I am, ideas, and then it's like I don't look
Where'd
at my
you
phone
go?
for. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, guys, the edit on this is gonna be wild. I'm either gonna have to edit a lot out of this, or we're just gonna have to make this a separate episode. What do you think?
Yeah, well, why not?
I don't care.
Oh, hey, while I have so many of you guys
It's all
here,
you.
does runtime? How much does runtime matter? Oh wait, pause that. Brittany, are you wearing a Baby Yoda shirt?
I am.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Right
Sunny
now,
is obsessed with the Baby Yoda song right now.
Yeah. There's this one on
This
YouTube
little-
where it's like, there's two of them. One that's like, Baby Yoda, floating in a pod, Baby Yoda. And then there's another one that's like, it like takes itself really seriously, and it's like, Baby Yoda, look into his eyes. Like it's,
When
it's like a
Ca-
I
rap.
remember how that
When
was.
Caleb is like the
That's my-
ambiance person for Gulf Shores, they'll be playing that. for sure.
That's my Aziz Ansari voice. I just was,
Yeah.
Baby Yoda. Sorry. Okay, so what are your thoughts on runtime? Because originally I was shooting for an hour, and we've kind of grown it to like hour and a half. But like, if I dropped like a 2-hour pod, like
I think it's too much.
that's too much, right?
I think an hour is as close to an hour is a good sweet spot.
We could do part 1, part 2. I could cut this in half.
How many episodes are we releasing a week?
Yeah, we're doing a lot.
We're gonna get behind.
We're really pumping them out.
Yes. Got to make that cheddar.
And
Like
Brit-
Malachi reminded us, we are not paid.
We're currently not making any money. We get it, bro. We get it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I didn't let any of you guys talk. Go ahead about the runtime.
Are you talking about like runtime for this episode or overall?
Just like any,
the
overall.
length of your
Yeah.
episodes?
yeah, overall, yeah.
Honestly, whatever. I listen usually while I'm at work, so it's just going in the background.
Yeah.
And if it's 2 hours, great. If it's an hour, fine.
Yeah, we're
Great.
asking the person that's listened to the whole, like all the episodes almost 3 times now.
Well,
She's like,
it's
I
like-
literally don't care.
Like Dwight Schrute, like 1
Yeah.
hour. Yeah. 2 hours. Sure. 3
I
hours.
see that happening.
I could see that happening. Yeah.
I could actually see that 3 hours happening. Sometimes I'm like, are we done yet? Like the Trey Kennedy thing.
Oh yeah.
How long
Trey's
have we been
always
going?
asking what time. Gosh.
Yeah.
Philip, what are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I think I mean, yeah, I'm honestly like fine, like probably between like an hour, 2 hours. I mean, yeah, I honestly don't mind the longer pod. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Good
I
to
think
know.
for this demographic, that works. I'm just saying for
For the young
demographic
20s.
Yeah, I'm saying for like someone. Yeah, like I
Are we
can't.
being
I don't even listen to
ageist?
these again. Like when we record it, I will never see this again.
It's because
I'm experiencing it.
we're
in
living
real
the
life.
pod,
Yeah,
Cory.
that's it. I haven't watched the ones that I wasn't in. Like, yeah,
Sheesh.
I struggled to get to where
Yeah,
just
yeah,
through
I
the
got
2
you.
episodes
I know.
and Trey Kennedy.
You know what else though?
Yeah.
People listen at 1.25 speed. Like listen at the 1.25 and you can get through anything.
I guess. Yeah, I can do all things through Christ, right? I'm just kidding.
Cool. Sorry. So Brittany, are you going to go
Cool
see any of these movies that they were talking about earlier?
Probably not. I'm just watching baseball all the time, you know?
That's right. Let's talk more about baseball while we have you here.
Oh,
Let's talk
Bet.
money. Let's talk Moneyball. All right. Yeah.
You
Shelby.
place bets.
Yeah. Are you doing sports betting?
FanDuel.
all the time.
You got a
Yeah.
bookie.
That's how I get my money. You know?
That's how she paid for that Baby
She
Yoda
is
shirt.
the bookie.
Yeah.
So have you watched The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, Brittany.
Okay, so wait, did we cover this before that if you're a Star Wars fan or
She's-
not?
yeah.
Like, did we
I
already
don't think we
establish that
did.
in the last
Yeah,
episode?
we talked about Star Wars. It was brief. That's how we talked about Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Which we started watching. Kedra and I just started watching again. Yeah.
Nice. But not The Hobbit.
Not there yet.
Just kidding.
We'll
Just-
get there.
Just teasing Brittany. What's going on down there with Maddie reconnecting? What is going on, Maddie? We'll get her back.
She's doing the storage. She's trying,
Right.
yeah,
She's
Yeah.
dropping out to delete
allocating
things.
Some stuff.
storage.
Okay, so Brittany, Mandalorian. Were you like watching from episode 1? Or did you hear about it later on? How did you catch the Mando
We
craze?
watched it pretty pretty soon after it was being released. Actually, my brother and sister-in-law used to live like next door to us when it was being released, and so they would come over and watch the new episodes as they were coming out. So that was really fun.
Sweet.
And then I got into Star Wars late. Hashtag sheltered kid.
Hashtag Shelby got into Star Wars late.
Yeah,
She
hey,
married
better
into it.
late than never,
kid.
so it's okay. But I was prepping, I don't know, a couple years ago to go to Disney for the first time.
Oh.
And so my sister and I were like, we need to watch all of the Star Wars movies because we're going to go to
Hey.
Galaxy's Edge. We're like,
Yes.
Fun.
so we watched all of them.
That
And
sounds
it
like
was
a
epic.
fun sister quest.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was.
Did you guys pilot the Millennium Falcon on Smuggler's Run?
We did.
Yes.
We did horribly, but it was fun.
Me too. I'm bad at that. Justice is pretty good actually, surprisingly. I mean, I was on there and I'm just like banging into everything. I forget the score that I got, but it wasn't a good score.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
You haven't been to?
No.
Oh, that'd be fun to go.
Yeah.
Boys
I got a
trip.
picture with a stormtrooper.
We don't have
Let's see
some of
if
those
I can
coming.
remember when it was.
Shelby.
What?
Shelby's like, you guys have enough boys trips. Okay. You said
Stop leaving.
At least we're not like Brad. Like I said, we're going to Top Golf in the middle of the week for 4 hours swinging. I'm just kidding. Just giving him a hard time.
Philip, are you still with us, brother?
Yeah, I was just trying to because my phone started doing like a weird reconnecting pop-up
Oh, sorry,
every
man.
little bit, so I'm trying to like
Have you been to
trying to
Galaxy's
make
Edge?
it. I have not. I've actually not been to like really any like Disney. I've only been to King's Dominion like twice or three times now.
King's
If you know
Dominion.
what that is, you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
It's basically just like a just roller coaster, bunch of like rides and stuff. Yeah, I think it's mostly more. I think it's more northeast. Yeah,
Like
but
another
it's
theme park type of place. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of theme. Like it doesn't necessarily have like that much of a real theme. It's kind of just rides and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be fun to go to one of like Disney's like actual like amusement things. But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And earlier you
Fun
mentioned that you were doing sound for the youth group tonight. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Sweet. How long
Yeah.
have you been doing like sound? Do you like sound lighting? Like what's your involvement and how long you've been serving at the church in that way?
Yeah, so I kind of like this was more a recent thing for the youth group of doing sound. But I've done like just like doing different like ministries around the church of like trying to do like choir, do some
Oh.
like sound stuff, just like serving kind of in the background of some of that stuff. But yeah, this hasn't been for too long, but yeah, I'm just trying to adjust the knobs, trying to make it sound
Very
okay.
nice. Very nice. Dude, I didn't know you were in choir.
I did. I always whenever I like listen to this podcast, I'm always like singing along to the beginning jingle. I always really love singing with that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
that's
kind,
fun.
man. We were just talking about how we need to re-record that and like because it's very, very raw. It was
Yeah.
we recorded it like from the MacBook microphone itself, like just me and Shelby standing there with a ukulele. So
I feel a little cringy with it, but I was just trying to like not be a perfectionist. I'm like, just do it. This is good.
that's really
But I'm glad that you
nice
like
to
it,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad I finally like I guess somewhat meet you, Shelby. I was hoping to like meet you at some point.
Yeah, I know because
Oh.
I wasn't here when y'all
I'm
did your
sorry.
interview.
Yeah, I forgot
I've
about that.
seen you and I've heard you talk, because I watched, I think I didn't get through that entire episode, but, I'm realizing like,
Neither
I
did
guess
Philip.
it's my
'cause he
first
got
time.
cut off.
I know.
Yeah.
The internet
Poor
dropped him.
Philip.
Yeah.
I mean, Riverside
Yeah.
dropped him. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I was talking to Nathan Coley tonight. He's going to be on like 2 weeks from now, and he asked what we used. He was like, "Do you use Zoom? Do you use Google Chat?" And I was telling him to use Riverside, but I haven't really looked into anything else besides Riverside. So I should look into some of those just to see if it's a better experience than this, like where it's
Potentially
dropping
choppy, yeah.
people and loading things and stuff. And because it can't be everyone's internet, it can't be an internet problem. It has to be something to do with the app, because Laura's had a lot of issues with the app as well.
I think Zoom records only on yours, like whoever is recording too. So
okay.
like maybe whatever Maddie's running into with like storage,
Yeah.
that might not be present with Zoom too.
Okay, cool. Well, hey,
Yeah.
this is, like I say, every week for the last 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Learn something new every week.
Right.
Yeah.
One day we'll be
Yeah.
monetized. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Maybe by episode like 25, we just won't be learning anything new anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I got here late tonight, but this is like the latest I've been able to stay without getting like the 911
jinx it.
text. So
Yeah.
From
I'm
the
feeling pretty
parents.
good.
She looks at her phone. Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, that's why I keep checking my phone. By the way, it's not because I'm bored with any of you. It's
Yeah.
I'm like just
How long have we been
checking
going?
to make sure my baby's okay
Well,
without me.
while we have everyone here, let's just, because this is going so long, let's just go ahead and knock a couple of those 449 episode notes out. I know not everybody has. What?
They don't know
I know.
everything's gonna happen.
It's like, well, they heard about the newscasters. We mentioned that.
Yeah.
Schmores of inventions. We kind of briefly mentioned that already.
Sure.
You said nincompoop. How? I forgot that part of the episode.
Oh, wait. Yes, because that was like close to when I stopped. It was when, unless I'm sorry. if you wanted to
No, go
jump in.
for it.
Take it.
I have a segue from it.
It was when he was talking about a pocket. He was saying he tried to put something in his pocket and there was no pocket there. And he's like, I've got to hold this like a nincompoop. That one made me laugh
Yeah.
too.
And I was
Sorry,
just
that was pretty fresh. So.
I just made a note that like my son Levi, who's like almost 5, that I just happened to the other day call him a nincompoop because he was doing something silly, and he was dying laughing. He's like, nincompoop, and so I've said it a few more times after. He's just cracking up every time.
That's awesome.
So that was funny.
There's also the Main
What?
Street. Go ahead.
Sorry. Boy humor just starts so early. I don't get it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
yeah.
Oh no!
like they're
it started-
3 years old and
yeah.
any potty mouth talk, it's just hilarious to them. It's just a natural instinct. It's just funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I have gotten stuck there myself. I think like any kind of good
Yeah.
fart joke, I'm just lost. I love it. I'm real
Anytime-
mature. I have a real mature sense of humor, right?
Well, I mean, it's not just boys too, and maybe it's the influence of the boys, but like if like Levi or my son or Vera, my daughter, like I don't know, pass gas or whatever, and my Vera will be like, "It poop, poop."
That's so funny, dude. Maddie, I can't see you.
Yeah,
Is your camera turned off?
Nope. So don't know.
seems like a you problem, Caleb.
That's a me problem. Oh, there you are.
there he is.
I see you now.
Stupid. Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh, Brittany's face right now. Brittany's face is a meme right now.
Just like
looking like,
why am I here? Yeah,
I'm wasting my life right now.
I could be listening to the Ghost Hunters a third time through.
I could be practicing my weed eating skills.
I could be watching baseball right now.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to talk to her. She has us muted, and we hear the baseball in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, could go all the way. No, that's football. That's when they're running for a touchdown. My bad.
I loved how tough they were being on Timon the whole time. And
Oh,
just like
yeah.
the fact that he slept in, like they just got to make him the butt of so many jokes. It was great.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We also mentioned like how when he came in and they asked him just right off the bat, like, what's the Schmore, your invention? And he's just like, the alarm clock.
Yeah, that was
You know,
great.
like mattress, bed, sheets.
Oh yeah, mattress, bed sheets.
The snooze button. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Which Timon doesn't even know what an actual snooze button is, and some of these folks on the call probably don't either. So,
But you know what? He actually brought up a good point about that phone thing. That happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
In fact, this morning I had my alarm set for 6:15, and I never woke up to it. And I woke up, and when I woke up and looked at my phone, it said like your next alarm is at 7 a.m.
yeah.
tomorrow. And I was like, did I mindlessly like whatever? Or because I expected to be like to pick up my phone and see the alarm like silently going off. Or maybe it's the kids.
I think
Maybe
it's
one
all
of the
about
kids turns it off.
Yeah, it's all about the
I
type of
don't think
person
so.
you are. If you're
No, 'cause I've had
susceptible
the
for this
same thing
nonsense.
with my-
This nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, so this happened to my sister recently too.
Okay.
Do you put, I'm assuming you put your phone face down on your nightstand or whatever?
Yeah.
Because she set an alarm, she put it face down, and it did not go off.
It was face
So
down.
I'm wondering if you put it face
Hmm.
up and somehow make sure the screen doesn't light up with every notification. maybe that
Interesting.
would-
Hold on.
But
I
this
don't
needs to be
know.
a bigger deal because this could like genuinely affect somebody's life. What if they miss a meeting or something that's like important to their career?
Here we
Yeah.
go. You guys ready for the answer? Placing your iPhone face down does not prevent the alarm from going off.
Thanks, Gemini.
Dang it. I was really thinking like
They're
she's onto
wrong.
something.
Yeah.
But they're wrong. They're missing something. It's
Wait, wait, wait.
some kind
AI,
of glitch.
yeah.
But
Over here it says, will your iPhone alarm go off in do not disturb mode?
It's still a
Nick, that's-
question.
That's not it.
And it says yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Justice.
Yeah.
That's all it?
Hold on, no.
Go
okay.
ahead.
I was
The Google.
I was rewatching a bunch of old Ghost Runners episodes, and one of them was called like "Don't Trust Google" or something. And they were asking Google like a bunch of questions. And one of them was like gay Mario characters or something. And they were like Waluigi is a sassy
I heard this one.
is a sassy. What was it? Like cross-dresser of Mario or something. And like Yoshi is like just like, I don't know, a gay dinosaur. And they're like, I don't know, a bunch
This is
of other
Google.
ones.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
like the Google AI or whatever.
And there was a
Oh
bunch of
gosh.
other ones like, can you jump if you jump off a cliff while running? Does it make you fly? And Google said yes.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Silly Google. What are we gonna do with you?
Yeah. Thanks, Gemini.
Yeah. Well, hey, that was actually all the notes that we had. There was really one other one that you put on there about Ghost Runners. I mean, sorry,
Main Street Roasters ad.
yeah.
They
Joe.
did an acronym for Joe. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what it was. I think
It's
it was
like it's short for Joey.
Jubilance.
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
first one. I thought I just
Jubilant.
mentioned like put it here
Orifice.
because your kid's name
Jubilee.
is Jubilee. Yeah. Your kid.
Orifice. Oh, and when he says orifice,
Oh, yeah.
that's a direct tie-in to the correct opinions
Oh, yeah.
episode
Oh my gosh.
because they're trying
That
to
was
guess
hilarious.
what OBGYN
Yeah.
stands for,
oh my gosh.
and they're like orifice. Like they couldn't get it, and eventually
This is so stupid.
Eventually, Katie like tells them what it stands
Yeah.
for and how it's like the OB are together and the GYN are together.
That was so cringy, but that was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It was
too.
so funny. But yeah, it's really funny to hear like the echoes of each other's episodes
Yeah.
because Jake is the common thread.
Yeah, he mentioned like wits and wagers in this one too.
Yeah.
That he did on Correct Opinions, which I haven't heard
He's
that yet.
recycling
so-
material.
Yeah.
I won't have it.
Hey, when you're recording 4 pods a
original.
week, that's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He records
yeah.
the Monday, Wednesday,
Yeah.
and the Patreon and the regular correct.
Does anybody else like talk enough to be like every time you're talking to a friend, be like, okay, please stop me if I already told you this? Like, I'm always worried that I'm retelling my stories because, you know, I have multiple people in my life that have to know every single thing about me. So
Right.
probably I've repeated this story. I don't know if it was to you or not.
I
Sorry.
I do that at work. I mean, just because I have a team of 12 people or something like that, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I was talking to this person about this thing or this person, so I'll be like, I might have said this to you, I
Right.
might have not said it to you, but like, here's
Yeah.
what I need to say.
That's
I don't
with husband and wife. That's where Shelby and I wonder if you guys have this less because you work from home. But Shelby and I like so many times don't tell each other something. Maybe it's more me.
It's more you.
Yeah. Just because like I'm out and about, like things are happening. Like I'm the one who's more like communicating plans with our friend groups and stuff like that and different things. So they're like, did I tell you this? No, I didn't.
Or you'll just be like, yeah, I told you this. I'm like, I did
there
not
was
know about
there
this.
was something about like Justice's homeschool theater class or something, and I was like, I definitely told you. Oh no, it was the kids' camp. It was theater camp, and it was like Friday night is the big reveal night, and it's at this specific church where they put on there what they've learned the whole week and stuff, and it's at this time at this church. And Shelby like found out from somebody else, and I was like, I definitely told you it was that night at that time at that church. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, I think. Maddie, I want to hear from you. So last time we talked to you, you were her face. The last time we talked to you, you were getting your students ready for like the big recital. There was a lot of stuff going on. So now on the other side of that, what has your time and attention now?
It has not been choreographing or listening to the same songs over and over and over again. So I am thankful for that.
Nice.
I've been looking for some songs for next year, which is exciting. I'm doing a little lesson planning because I'm starting teaching just like a little workshop. Start that next week. And then just lots of jewelry stuff. Been at my aunt's pool a lot. So yeah, been a lot of fun. Enjoying summer.
What kind of songs do you use? Like, what was the past, whatever? Because if you already talked about it, I'm sorry. Am I asking her to repeat something that she's already said? Okay. I'm curious, like, what kind of music you had on repeat before
tell
this being over.
Tell the Singing in the Rain story.
Okay. So our recital theme, this last one was all creation, great and small. And so one of mine was rain. It was Singing in the Rain. And I just could not have been more sick of that song. It kind of gives me PTSD because my umbrella props broke over and over and over again to the point where I was literally like, had my hand on the umbrellas before the girls went on stage. And I'm like, Lord, just sustain them. Just put your hand on these umbrellas for one more performance. And literally, like, as the lights drop, one of them just like snapped in half. They made it through all.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Lord.
Praise be.
That's amazing.
But yeah,
Praise be.
could
Were you
not
blowing
wait
your
to
shofar?
Never sing that song. Yes.
Anointing them with grape juice.
Yeah, couldn't wait.
Well, that's a little callback to the
Graphic, so
Facebook group this week.
Yeah, so I could not wait to literally never hear that song again. And then I turn on Friday's episode when I'm just ready to relax and like not do anything the day after the show, and you guys somehow start singing that song.
I don't even remember how that happened. I think
we
it
were
was
sitting
literally
right over
just
there.
that it was raining.
Yeah, we were sitting right over there.
Yeah.
It was raining
I
outside.
think, rainy day s'mores.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Rainy day s'mores.
Yeah.
And we just watched that movie too, just the other day at my mom's. We just had to put that movie on.
Oh yeah, we just watched it on
Love that
Sunday.
movie so much.
It's a great film.
It's a great one.
It is.
Yeah, I always get those mixed up.
Just need a little break.
Yeah,
I feel you.
you need like a good like 3-year break from that movie. I'm just kidding. White Christmas,
Yes.
because of that actor that's in both. Like sometimes I get them. I get White Christmas and Singing in the Rain a little bit mixed up.
Which actor's in both?
Isn't it the blonde guy?
Mhm.
No? Oh, I'm wrong. Oh man, did neither of those movies have a crossover?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he is.
Oh, Brittany's
Not
on
that
my
I
side
remember,
over
but
here.
it's been a while.
Challenging me? No, I'm just kidding. I
Throw a
might be
flag and a
wrong, but
flag.
I'm trying to think.
We need Judge Jake.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a classic. Like,
I don't remember all the names of everybody, but
also, Singing in the Rain is just really funny. Like the whole premise of it being like silent pictures going into non-silent pictures. Philip, you still with us, brother?
Just like me.
Have you seen Singing in the Rain?
I don't think so.
You
I
uncultured
think-
swine.
Yeah,
haven't either.
I'm not sure.
Call me a
Dude,
Jake,
you
too.
guys, I think you guys
Oh
would
my
love those
gosh.
movies. Caleb was
What?
right. It's the blonde guy,
doesn't-
right?
Gene. Is it Gene?
Gene Wilder? I'm just
Kelly?
kidding. I know that's not him.
Don Lockwood.
Gene Wilder. Don
Okay.
that
Lockwood,
doesn't
yeah.
look like the
No,
same
no.
person.
No,
He
not Don
doesn't look
Lockwood.
the same.
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Donald O'Connor is in both White Christmas and Singing in the Rain, but I'm looking at the picture thinking this does not look like the same person.
Plastic surgery from the
What?
50s.
How far apart were these movies made?
Awkward bow. My bad. Justice, want to say anything more to the pod, brother? Tell us about your bowling
What's the
tonight.
drink?
Justice went bowling with the youth group tonight.
I was pretty bad the first few games. At the very last one, I think I won.
Did you get a strike at all?
No, I never got a strike.
Yeah, you'll get there.
I got a few spares.
I gotta take you. I need to take you bowling. Teach you some of the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Like the spin ball. It's a
Yeah.
good ball.
For
Oh,
sure, a
I-
white people sport. So
Oh, Alley Cat strike.
And
Hold on,
it
Maddie
was-
has a question for you.
What?
All right, go ahead, Maddie.
If it makes you feel any better, I bowled a
You just
16.
a what? Say it again.
I couldn't hear the last part of your sentence.
I bowled a 16 one time. If that makes you feel any better.
Oh,
What'd she say?
she bowled a 16. So delayed.
16?
Yeah.
How many gutter balls was that?
Yeah.
A
Here,
few.
flip one of your.
Pretty
Thanks,
much
Megan.
all of them.
Yeah.
Every
There
round.
you go.
Like one time she got a strike,
A
maybe.
16. Oh my gosh.
16-pound ball.
No, like
No,
her score was
16 points.
16 total.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. I should have hit like the wah, wah, wah sound
Yeah.
effect.
It is not the
Right,
same
can't see.
person. Google was wrong.
You just can't
Oh,
see
This is
Google
not the
was
same
wrong.
person.
Here, Dusty.
I was gonna say I'm looking at the pictures and it
Sorry,
doesn't
buddy.
look like the same person. Sorry.
All
I'm
right.
just kidding.
So this has been a very exciting
sorry.
segment of Ghosties on Second.
Yeah. Wife proving husband wrong.
It was just driving me
That's the
nuts. I'm
segment.
like looking
I'm
at the
just kidding.
picture and Google says, yes, this person also plays Phil Davis in White Christmas. I'm like, it's not him.
This segment is Caleb was wrong.
So let me just ask, like, how has everyone's lives changed since
I'm not ready to let this go.
Since
I'm
being
just
on-
kidding. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Move on.
how let's end up with this. How's everyone's lives changed after being on Ghosties on Second?
So much.
To be honest with you, it's been. Yeah, you go ahead, Santo Matt.
Oh, yeah, I can't go anywhere without getting recognized. My family's getting mobbed.
Justice
Thankfully,
is
I
loving
am
this.
part of the mafia, so I have protection.
Right.
But it's just getting a little much. So
They're like,
Praise God for the
who's
mafia.
that? Is that Santo Mac weed whacking over there? Oh my gosh, she was on Ghosties on Second.
It's a whole new term for the mafia when they talk about getting whacked. Yeah, we whacked a guy.
I did have a little brush with
It's
the
actually
mafia
weed whacking.
myself. Like for real.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. But do you remember my first car situation, right?
Oh yeah. Why don't you tell that quick story?
Should I?
Yeah.
That quick story. You hear that subtle hinting from my husband over there?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell that story
I'm
very
sorry, I'm
quickly?
sorry.
Cory wants to go to bed tonight.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I don't have to tell the story. It's okay.
No,
Another
no,
time.
Tell it real quick. Your first car that you ever purchased.
All right. So we had a guy in our church
30-second timer.
who, oh no, I can't tell stories like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. We had a guy in our church though, who was
His
like,
testimony, he came out of the mafia.
he came out of the mafia. It was not allowed to be talked about, but our pastor
Yeah, the details
definitely
were always
hinted
blurry.
at it all the time. So anyway, but sweetheart,
Just like a
big
sweet
old,
Italian guy.
yeah.
I just wanted to eat spaghetti with him, you know?
I know. Oh, they were actually amazing cooks. They opened a restaurant. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, they have a Greek restaurant
yeah.
in Jacksonville.
yeah,
I
he
think.
and his wife. They're
It's a
super
front.
sweet. But they
Give me a
used
euro,
to say like
baby.
he legally couldn't share his testimony in the church. Only the pastor knew like the full testimony. They would
Right.
talk about it all the time, and he'd always get like real like, okay, pastor, stop talking about it. Anyway, he's gonna sell me my first car, and he's showing me everything and opening up all the doors, and like he's
Yeah.
walking me through it. And he opens up the trunk, and there is just this huge stain in the trunk.
Yeah, it's
like a dark,
that
like
big.
It's like a
Dark red
big
stain.
old dark stain in the trunk. And he's like, yeah, somebody was doing something they shouldn't have been doing. And I was like,
Oh boy.
and then he's like, I'm just kidding. I was like, I never knew if he was joking or not. But, it was
my
great.
gosh.
It was a great car.
It was a great car. I loved it.
Great car.
It was fun. It was a fun
Yeah.
experience.
He was so funny. And he always he wore a specific cologne, and it was like such an Italian smelling cologne. I can't really
Yeah.
explain it other than that. And I would always compliment every time I gave him a hug.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, dude, you always smell so good." And then one time for Christmas, you remember this?
Yeah, he gave you.
He gave me that
Yeah.
cologne, but I was like, "I can't wear this cologne.
Yeah.
I'm not like Italian
Santo
mafia.
Mac.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
You're
not Santo Mac.
Italian car salesman.
hey, send it to me. I'll take it.
Yeah. You would, Brittany.
What was it called?
That's right.
Water. Wasn't it something water?
Aqua di Gio?
I don't know.
I feel like it had.
I don't think
had
it was
something
that.
to
It
do with-
wasn't that one because that one's too nice. This one you can actually like buy at Walmart. Online. It's like in the aftershave section or something.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm taking forever. Okay, so that's how Brittany's life was changed. I actually just want to say real quick that I am so thankful for you guys all being guests on this podcast because of how we've all become friends since.
Yeah.
Like,
This is so fun.
even just like when we did last night. So for the listeners, we talked about this a little bit, but last night I just created like on a whim,
Yeah.
Ghosties on Second alumni group chat. And so everyone who's been on the pod got added to this group chat, and it was going off. It was like Cory woke up to 97 notifications.
I
or
mean, to
something.
be honest, I appreciate that because like I go on the Facebook group like periodically, but I don't engage a ton. I'm not like top contributor, like everyone, or whatever. So like this kind of forced me to.
Laura has like 20,000 points.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
somebody else showed they had like close to 40.
Samuel
or something.
Sen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Somebody else.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I remember that.
I'm not always one to like jump into things either. Like I get nervous about. I told Caleb like I'm always like nervous to meet a new person whenever it's like, oh, we're gonna a new person, and then everyone always is so nice. I told him that at home. Isn't that an exact exchange that we had?
I think
I've just been so happy like meeting new people because I do get I don't know. Yeah.
One of the first moments that I kind of realized that like we were a part of the pod, like it wasn't just like we're doing an after show, but it's like Caleb and Shelby and Cory are doing an after show. It was when Maddie and Laura were doing Ghosties on Third, and Maddie was just like, and Shelby's hair was just so cute in this episode. And for some reason that like broke the fourth wall or something for me. And I was just like, oh wow. Like Shelby is a part of this podcast. Like us as individuals, we're not just commenting on it. It became like, oh, we actually like our personalities are coming through. Like it's this whole thing. And then as we started having guests, like you guys have your personalities that you bring, like the flavors are different. And I've just been like waiting for Maddie and Laura to do another Ghosties on Third episode. But honestly, I don't even think it doesn't even need to be Ghosties on Third. It doesn't need to be a pod about our pod. Like I think what I love is the idea for Brittany, aka Santo Mech, and Laura and Maddie and Shelby to do a pod like the Ghosty Gals.
Ooh, Ghosty Gals. I like it.
And just like hang out. You don't have to debrief anything. You just hang out as Ghosty Gals.
Down.
And you can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I mean, it'd be your thing, whatever. And
shopping and nails. Boys.
Baseball.
Baby Yoda. Weed whacking.
Weed whacking.
Used car sales.
Dance. Frolicking.
That's funny.
Shoot.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, this is crazy though. Like literally probably once a day, I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I talk to people on a daily basis from around the country, all because of a comedy podcast started by like two 20-something-year-old guys in their basement. And like, for my birthday, I get 20 cards in the mail and these gifts. And
that was awesome.
I literally, okay, I'm not going to cry right now, but that like touched me so deeply. And it's just amazing how the Lord has used this as such an encouragement and blessing in my life. So thank you guys for being part of that too.
Shoot. Philip, you're next, bro.
Say something wonderful.
I'm joking. Again, we know what we gotta. Philip, you're like probably up first for like the revisits, like to have your own solo episode because again, we only got half an episode with you. We didn't get the full experience. So
I need to try because right now I'm still trying to do it with my phone. Can I do it on like a computer?
Yeah.
Will it interface correctly?
Yeah, as long as you have a webcam on the computer.
Yeah, they all have that now.
Okay.
Literally, like
I think
any device.
Yeah, because I think that should like be a bit more stable of just like at least for like because I think my like phone's like almost like overheating right now. So
oh dang! And also, you know what? I'll take the time. I'll do my homework. I'll figure out whether we can do Zoom or Google Chats or something like that. If we can get a better experience out of that, because I don't care what we use. I just want it to be the best experience for the guests. Like that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've used Zoom quite a bit for like school stuff and all of that, and I mean, it works quite well. And I mean, you can just record all the screens. You can screen share.
Oh,
do a bunch of
Okay.
stuff there.
Awesome.
Not sure about like editing and such, but I mean, it's pretty good.
Well, Brittany, can you end the pod with a couple more quotes out of your note?
Okay.
Some
Sure.
improv.
Do you want them from like the early episodes like we were doing or what?
Yeah,
Or
maybe just like 2 or 3.
You pick.
We'll
Yeah,
where it's from.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, just some funny out of context quotes.
Apparently, Amelia Earhart said, "The greatest way to do something is to do it." Inspirational for you.
Inspirational
That's
quotes.
my next tattoo.
It's good.
I think they were talking about the types of music that they like, and whether like I think
Can I hear that?
Jake more likes the music that is like upbeat and it just makes you like want to move, and Brad's more like talking about or listening to the lyrics and it has to have meaning.
My bad.
And so
Sorry.
the out of context quote is Jake said, "Just make my hips move and I'm happy."
How often are you guys using ChatGPT, by the way?
They
Every
used it
day.
for their tests and stuff.
Every day. I'm just kidding.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah, I use it pretty much every day too.
No, I wasn't laughing
work.
at you, Brittany. I was laughing at Cory.
I said you use it on your tests and stuff. Just I was kidding. You're not quite that young, but Maddie maybe, but she's not on anymore.
But
so.
she's homeschooled.
Yeah,
So
but she could still use ChatGPT.
True.
The whole thing.
that's true.
Yeah,
The kids have to-
ChatGPT is teaching or was teaching her.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Brittany. One last quote.
I'm texting in the group right now.
Okay. Oh boy.
It's getting
I've
late.
got 3.
Okay.
All right, hit him. Hit him
Okay.
hard.
Rapid fire.
I am mildly freaked out by a lot of nature. That was probably Brad. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, Brad with deer and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There is a reservoir of sweat between my back dimples.
Between my back dimples.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I feel like maybe it was Jake because they were talking for a while about like I have to get sweaty every day, you know, do
Yeah.
something outside, do something active. I have to get sweaty every day. So
there's a reservoir.
that was probably him.
There's a Devo in that. Gotta get sweaty every day.
Gotta have that reservoir.
What?
Maddie's back.
Oh, hi, Maddie.
Matt is back.
Stuff. So
Oh yeah, don't worry, Maddie. We're actually wrapping it up right now. Brittany's got she's reading out 2 more random quotes from the
That
years.
was
No,
two. Now this is
she's
the
got
third.
one more.
Oh, this is the last one.
This is the last one.
All right, this is the
Prepare
grand
your
slam.
send off, everybody.
Get
Oh,
ready
boy,
to
you
laugh.
built it up.
Prepare
Okay.
your laughters.
If he's making noises getting up from a recliner, he's making noises after midnight in a snory way.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to continuing listening to these episodes. Awesome. Well, hey, with that, it's been episode 13. This has been what did you call the episode?
Oh,
Ghosties Assemble.
yeah, Ghosties Assemble.
Nice.
This has been Ghosties Assemble. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We'll do it again soon. Peace. Much love. Oh, that was sick.
Ah, there she goes again.
Wait,
Oh.
hold on.
What did she do?
Does it work for all of us? Oh, she's got a special feature. Look at how jealous Brittany is right now. She's so disappointed.
Oh, you can hear Maddie, but her. Oh, there you go. Do it again.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, wow.
that is sick.
Sorry.
As I say, not really on there that much.
On the Facebook, see?
Yeah.
On the Facebook.
I'm just looking for used lawnmowers and weed whackers on Facebook. I said only go
On the
for
Google.
yeah,
On the Facebook.
yeah, the Facebook.
Drop the.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks again. Love you all so much, for real.
So yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
Hey guys.
Take care.
Thanks for having us back.
Yes.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you on
Yes,
the flippity
thank
flip.
you.
See you on the
Flippity
flippity
flip.
flip. Bye.
Ghosties on second.